how's it going? Thanks for watching, thanks for being here. Welcome, this is Sean. I do sneakers, I do travel, and everything in between. You've seen the title. In this episode, we're going to talk about the sneakers that I really like and have relatively easy access to, but just don't seem to buy for some reason. I'm sure you relate to me, right? There's a sneaker, or like me, there's a group of sneakers that you really want to buy, but you just end up not buying them. You go to a store, you pick them up, hold them in your hand, take a look around, and hey, I really like this. But in the end, you just don't buy it. So this is what this episode is all about. But let me qualify though that these sneakers must be sneakers that you have easy access to, all right? You see them in the walls on stores, you see them online, your friend has them. It must be accessible. I'm not talking about rare hyped Yeezys or off-white Jordans, because you have to get in line and join raffles, and you have to be lucky and you have to be moneyed to get these sneakers. I'm talking about sneakers you have relatively easy access to. Clear? Hey, before we get to the list, I was going through my closet. I was going through my vault, aka my old dusty shoe rack / closet, and I saw these and I said, hey, why not show my viewers a little throwback sneaker? So, you recognize the box? You probably don't. That's the Air Jordan 23, guys. These came out in 2008, and many believed that this was going to be the last of the Jordans. And true enough, it was the last numbered Jordan of the time. When it came out in 28, they called this the Air Jordan 23, of course. The following year, they started calling Jordans by the year they came out. So after the 23, they didn't call it the Air Jordan 24, they called it the Air Jordan 2009. And that went on until the 27th release. When the 28th came out, they called it again Air Jordan 28. They went back to the numbered naming convention. So enough of the talking, let's unbox this thing. I have this flap right here. Opens up like that. You'll see gold on the under flap. And right here, look at that. That's MJ's thumb mark, right? This tissue paper is something else. It's thick and it's debossed with the signature. I mean, with that trademark Air Jordan 23. Let me just adjust the lighting here. With that trademark Air Jordan 23 design aesthetic. Let's get to the sneaker. Oh, these just look fresh. Well, they've started to yellow, but by fresh I mean, man, oh man, this looks nice. Let's talk about the box first, all right? Because there's many interesting details in this box. Look around the walls of the inside of the box. That's done in brown with Michael's signature. That's just awesome craftsmanship here. Oh, there's a receipt right here. This was a US purchase. That's a Foot Locker receipt. Bought in the US. And here, what you see here at the bottom, that round thing, that thing is called a DVD, guys. Back in the day, so I'm messing with you, right? You know what a DVD is. It came with this DVD with Tinker Hatfield's signature. Let's get to the shoes. Here you go, the Air Jordan 23. The TPU part here that surrounds the midsole and the front of the shoe has started to yellow, obviously. You'll see a signature right there. It's gray and black and white. Got smooth leather here, very much like the patent leather you see on Jordan 11s. And at the bottoms, you have his thumb mark here. You'll see the carbon fiber shank plate. I've worn this, I don't know, 5 times max maybe. You know how much these cost in 2008? Let me show you the tag over here. Yep, that's right. In 2008, there was a sneaker that cost $185. These sneakers. So enough about that. Let's get to the sneakers that I really like, but just don't buy for one reason or another. Number one on the list, and this isn't in any particular order, number one would be the Air Max 98. Yes, it's the year of the Air Max 98. Last year, 2018, I believe, was the year of the 97. A lot of 97s came out last year, a lot of colorways. This year is the year of the 98. There are colorways that I really love. And one that I really like is the black and white 98s. It's got that Stormtrooper look. Really love it. But I don't seem to... I just can't buy it. First and foremost, I think they're expensive. They're above 8,000 pesos. And Air Maxes almost always hit the outlets, right? And when they do hit the outlets, they're gonna slash 20% off. I still feel that they're expensive. I don't know what's wrong with me, but maybe I should just pull the trigger one day. But for now, it's a pass for me. The next sneaker in my list is the Adidas Continental 80. Yep, you have a classic looking sneaker, classic basic black, basic white. And the trouble I have with these sneakers is that they're classic and they're basic, and I have a bunch of other classic sneakers that I'm absolutely in love with. You have the Vans and the Chucks, and my fear with the Adidas Continental 80 is that if I buy them, I might not wear them. And you know, they're not that expensive. They're under 6,000 pesos, but 6,000 pesos is 6,000 pesos, and I could use the money for other things. Don't get me wrong, it's a great sneaker, I love it. If someone would give me a Continental 80, I would wear it. But for me to purchase a pair, and I have all these other classic Vans and Chucks, maybe it's not for me for now. The next sneaker on the list is the New Balance X90. I've loved this sneaker forever, even the original ones when they came out back in the day. This X90, however, is a reiteration. It has some futuristic details on it. It's been retooled for modern use. I love the X90. I've had an eye on these sneakers for a while now, but I just can't seem to buy it. And I think the reason is that I don't buy it because of my fascination for made in the USA and made in England New Balances. You know, especially after buying the 990 V5 just recently, I don't think I could ever go back to the regular, pardon the word, but if it's not made in England or made in the USA, I call them the regular New Balances. And since owning the MIUs and the MIEs, I've sort of had not wanted to go back. The next sneaker in the list of sneakers that I really like but don't buy is the Vans Old School. Yes, the Vans Old School, you get the basic look here. You get the clean, classic, low profile. It's a sneaker that can go with anything. It goes with any outfit. But you know what? The Vans Skate line, the Skate High and the Skate Mid, it has all that. And if you've been hanging with me for a while now, you know that to me, the greatest sneaker of all time is the Vans Skate. So that's part of the reason why I don't mess with the old schools, is it's because of my undying devotion to the Vans Skate sneaker. The next sneaker that I really like but don't seem to buy is the Adidas Stan Smith. Yep, my reasoning might be irrational, but so let me explain. When these came out, when the hype for the Adidas Stan Smiths came back a few years ago, I thought they were a girl sneaker. You know, I would look at these sneakers on the walls and I'd hold them in hand. I'd see guys wear them. Okay, that's cool. But I would see women wear them. I'd see girls wear them. And I'd say, hey, these look better on women than on men. But that's just my opinion. And that thought, that just got planted into my subconscious, and it's ingrained now. And I just can't buy a Stan Smith. My wife has them, my daughter has them, my brother has them, my buddies have them. I love the look of the Stan Smith. They can go with anything, with shorts, with joggers, with jeans. It's easy to style. But again, they're a basic sneaker, basic low profile, minimalist design sneaker. And I got other sneakers that do the job. So no for now. Before we get to the last sneaker, I'd like to remind you that we have a giveaway. I'm giving away a brand new pair of Nike Air Force One sneakers in your size when we get to 3,000 subscribers. The mechanics are so easy. All you have to do is to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram. If you're on both platforms, you qualify. Good luck. And the last sneaker in my list of sneakers that I really like but just don't buy is the Kyrie 4 or 5 or any other Kyrie that comes out after this video. I do have the very first Kyries that came out. This is the Nike Kyrie 1. That's blue and black and white and silver. It's the Brotherhood colorway. Love these sneakers. When they came out, when I first wore them, I fell in love with them. But these sneakers gave me plantar fasciitis. And that's precisely the reason why I'm never going to buy Kyrie's ever again. I think nothing's ever final, right? But for now, I can say with somewhat of a finality that I'm not going to mess with Kyrie's again. Man, these sneakers just messed up my feet. And I think it's sad because I really love the Kyrie line, you know. They've stayed consistent in terms of design language from the Kyrie 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4 to the 5. They've just maintained this cool, consistent aesthetic, and I love the look. So that concludes the list of sneakers that I really like but don't seem to buy. Do you have a list? It can be 2 sneakers, maybe 3 or 4. Let me know. It'll be interesting. Hit me up in the comments. Let's have a conversation. That's all the time we have for this episode, and before we go, I'd like to remind you that your value as a person is not measured by what's on your feet. Be kind, that's more important than sneakers. I'll see you next time. Hey, before you really go, can I show you a ridiculous runner-up? So this is obviously a Comme des Garçons collaboration with Converse Chuck Taylor. This is my wife's sneaker. I almost bought a pair. We got this in Japan a few months ago. We were in Japan, and we had an opportunity to do a his and hers kind of thing, right? So this is the Comme des Garçons black Chuck Taylor sneaker. I tried on a pair and something stopped me from buying it, and I guess I know what it was. It was the hype attached to the sneaker and the ridiculous markup. You know, all this is a Chuck Taylor with a heart on the lateral side, a heart with eyes, and that CDG Play branding on the insole. That's about it. And you add on several thousand pesos to the SRP of a regular Chuck Taylor. So I'm a Chucks guy and I'm a bit of a hype guy, but the CDG for me was just a little too much.